from Mechanical Engineering Department from Haryana Institute of Engineering and Technology. So in third semester, that is FMHM lab. So in FMHM lab there is a topic, that is lab topic, flow through venturimeter test. So in this topic I have to discuss, that is how the flow through venturimeter test can be measured, or the discharge, how the discharge can be measured. The discharge can be measured by using two types, that is one is theoretical and one is practical. So how practically, both practically and theoretically you can measure the flow through venturimeter, we have discussed here. So before going to our topic, detail about the topic, first we have to know about venturimeter. So venturimeter, what is venturimeter? Venturimeter is nothing but a mechanical device or mechanical measuring instrument through which the flow can be measured, or the rate of flow can be measured. Another apparatus are there through measuring the venturimeter, like orifice meter, pipette tube are there. But how venturimeter works effectively to measure the flow through pipe? So here, this is the diagram of venturimeter. In this, three main parts are there. Two sections it is divided into two sections, that is section 1 and section 2. And another important thing is there here, that is throat, that is called throat. So by these three, how the rate of flow of fluid can be measured, we have discussed here. The first, in venturimeter, three main parts are there. One is convergent part, then throat, then divergent part. So first go for convergent part. So convergent part meaning hoji convergent part consists of, that is the convergent of fluid flow. That means the diameter of the convergent part should be equal to the pipe through which we can measure the flow. So normally the convergent part, this is the converging part, this is angle wise. So normally the range of the angle in between 19 degree to 23 degree. But when we go for the divergent part, in divergent part, the diverging angle in between 5 to 50. But in convergent part, the fluid will flow. First, in convergent part, the fluid will flow and go through the divergent part, and finally go through the divergent part. So after that, first we have to discuss what is the flow rate. So before going to the calculating the flow rate, first we have to know the terms what are used in venturimeter. First, this is section 1, this is section 2. For section 1, d1 is equal to the diameter of the converging part. Similarly, P1 pressure of the converging part, V1 velocity, A1 equal to area. The area of that converging part equal to pi by 4 d1 square. Similarly for diverging part, that is d2 equal to diameter, P2 equal to pressure, V2 equal to volume, also A2 equal to area, that is pi by 4 d2 square. So after that here we have to apply the Bernoulli's equation. That is, Bernoulli's equation is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Here, this is the pressure energy, this is velocity, Z1 equal to Z2. Z here the datum energy. Here the term Z is used, is known as the datum energy. So in horizontal pipe, normally in horizontal pipe, Z1 equal to Z2. So in this equation, Z1 equal to Z2. So after that, what will happen? So Z1 equal to Z2 cancel, both are cancelled, both sides. Then P1 by rho g plus V1 by 2g is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g. After that, if we subtract one side, subtract, that is P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g equal to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. So if we common that is rho g P1 minus P2 equal to P2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. Finally, P1 minus P2 by rho g is known as h. H is nothing but the height of manometer or manometric height through which the flow can be measured. So this is h. So here we find the value of h. The h equal to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. Then what we can apply? Then this value we can apply the continuity equation for finding the flow rate. We can apply, after finding h, we can apply the continuity equation. Continuity equation show about the area of both the section. That means A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. This is here. So continuity equation equal to A1 V1 equal to A2 V2. So from that we can find the value of V1. So V1 equal to A2 V2 divided by A1. Make it equation number 1. After that, we know that is the value of h. From here, value of h, that is V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. Here we can put the value of V1. So here we are putting that is V1 equal to, that is here V1 value. So V1 equal to A2 V2 by A1 the square divided by 2g. So after that we can simplify it. So h equal to, if we take common, that is V2 square by 2g, then here 1 minus e square, after squaring it, A2 square by A1 square. So finally h equal to V2 square by 2g, A1 square minus A2 square. So finally we can put the value, that is V2 square. We have to find velocity. So V2 square, that is 2gx whole into A1 square by A1 square minus A2 square. After that V2 equal to root over of that. So root over of 2gx whole into A1 square by A1 square minus A2 square. So after that, putting the value in this continuity equation, that is A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So here we know that Q equal to, that is such, Q equal to A1 V1 or A2 V2. So here we find the value of V2. So that's why we can put, that is Q equal to A2 V2. So here Q equal to A2 V2. So value of A2 is constant. So V2 value already we have found here. That is the value of V2, A1 by A1 square minus A2 square root over whole into root 2gh. So this is the value of finding Q. Q means the discharge through pipe. Okay. Then here finally we can find the value of Q or discharge value, that is A1 A2 divided by A1 square minus A2 square root over whole into root 2gh. After that, this is the theoretical value, or this is called the theoretical value of CD, or theoretical value of rate of flow through pipe. This is called. Then actual value. How can we find the actual value of rate of flow or rate of flow through pipe? Actual value, how can we find? So for finding actual value, we have to multiply CD. That is Q actual is equal to CD whole into A1 A2 divided by A1 square minus A2 square root over whole into root 2gh root over. Then where CD equal to coefficient of venturimeter. CD is known as coefficient of venturimeter whose value always less than 1. Or the coefficient of venturimeter value is always less than 1. Then how it is working in practically? We can see how it is working in practically, and what is the practical diagram or practical machine for it, we can see. So this is the machine for finding the flow rate of venturimeter. So according to our law of venturimeter, we know that three main parts are there. That is, one is convergent part, divergent part and throat. So here it is the convergent part. Here the first part is the convergent part, and this small section parts or small area part is known as the throat, and this is the diverging part. So here the pipe is connected to the converging part, and also when the flow is go through the converging part. So after throat the pressure and velocity increases here. with water with high velocity pressure when go through the pipe. After that, here it will be discharged. So after discharging, we can calculate the discharge by using the formula, that is Q equal to A1 A2 divided by A1 square minus A2 square root over whole into root 2GH. So by applying this formula, we can calculate the discharge. Here two pipe are there which is connected to manometer. Here two pipe are there which is connected to U2 manometer. So one pipe is connected to the throat and another pipe is connected to the conversion part. So these two pipes are connected to our U2 manometer. Here the U2 manometer, mercury is there. So with the help of mercury and fluid, another fluid is that this fluid we have to measure the flow rate. So two fluid are there in this pipe, one is mercury and another fluid is the flow which we have to measure. So two flow are there. So one is heavier liquid, always mercury treated as the heavier liquid and the another fluid treated as the lighter liquid, through which we can measure the flow through our U2 manometer. So this is the reading of U2 manometer. Usually we can measure when another fluid comes to that side, the mercury level increases this side. So by comparing these two, by comparing the heavier fluid with the lighter fluid, we can calculate the reading, and by applying this formula, we can calculate the discharge through the pipe.